Hello everybody, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. Now, we did Saviors recently, we're going to be moving on to Zayne today. I thought it'd be fun to touch one of the tender moments for Zayne. And I've been recommended Fragmented Dreams. Now, I don't know why this card in particular has been recommended, but the description is Zayne has been very busy. In order to spice up his life... Oh yeah, I started to visit the hospital more often, but it seems he's not sleeping well. Now, quick disclaimer for those of you who have not watched any of my tender moments before. Hi, Mimby, how are you doing? So I read the MC lines and read out what's happening. So that way you guys can put me in the background and be able to listen to me and still understand what's going on with the card without necessarily having to sit there and read it yourself. If you do want the full immersive experience, I'd recommend listening to the card yourself if you're able to. But, gotcha. Also, hi buddy. Hi. That's my buddy. He's being cute. Right, let's get straight on to this one then. Now, this is not a secret time, so I do not need to put my thing on. Looks like you just got out of the operating room. Oh, I feel like this is going to be traumatic but cute at the same time.
Yes, I'm updating the patient's files now. How about you? Do you have any new plans for tonight?
It's nice to know you feel a little guilty for having stood me up.
Don't you have a grudge list? Write this one down and I'll think of a way to compensate you after I commit enough offenses.
The office door is wide open. I give it a knock and smile at Zayne, who looks up in response. Nice try. I hold up the lunchbox in my hand.
Shall we go eat in the garden?
Oh. I walk over, take his hand and run outside. I know a better place. A breeze of fresh air greets us as the door is pushed open.
You are very familiar with this place.
Shouldn't I be?
I'm wondering if there's a place you don't know.
I take 2 steps and then smile at Zayne. I often walk around while waiting for you. Is this a restricted area of the hospital? Zayne glances at the night sky.
Well, there might be monsters lurking nearby.
I give him the lunchbox to touch the gun strapped to my waist. Don't worry, I'll protect you from the monsters. You're with the best hunter in Lincoln.
I leave it to you then. #1 hunter in Lincoln City.
Oh.
It's not your fault. She's fine. Don't worry. You will stop.
Oh, bless him. Oh no, he had a nightmare, didn't he? Dog, kudos to the voice actor for this. The hospital doesn't seem to be busy when it's close to noon. I enter Zayne's office and see the door open. I give it a gentle push and find Zayne asleep on his desk. I quickly take care to quiet my movements. As I approach, I can see Zayne's brow furrowing as he lies in a state of fitful sleep. A thin layer of frost spreads from the edge of the window to cover the lower right corner of the glass. He suddenly opens his eyes and grabs hold of my hand. Why is his hand so cold? Are you alright? He seems to slowly come to his senses and hesitantly lets go of me. He gets up and walks to the window. What's wrong? You didn't sleep
I'm
well?
alright. What are you doing here? I remember you mentioned last night how hard you worked the last few days, and wanted to sleep until the sun sets.
I sit on the edge of the desk, meeting his gaze. I had a nightmare. Zayne leans against the windowsill.
What nightmare made you so scared that you came to me?
I reach out to tug on his sleeve. Come closer first. Zayne straightens his posture. Unsatisfied, I gesture for him to lean down.
What is it?
With a reluctant look, he leans down. I open my arms and hold him. In my dream, the hospital was swarmed with wanderers and I failed to protect you. It felt so real. Zayne takes my hand and leans against my shoulder. I can't make out his expression, but I feel his grip tighten.
Would even the best hunter in Lincoln City have such nightmares?
Can't the best hunter be scared sometimes? Zayne straightens his posture again, lowering his gaze to meet mine.
Are you still scared?
Wrapping my hands around his right hand, I feel his warmth in my palms as I finally nod. Did you have a nightmare too? Zayne narrows his eyes teasingly.
I dreamt that you were defeated by monsters and cried non-stop in my office.
Seriously? The corners of his lips curl up slightly. He takes me into his arms, stroking my hair. Come on, tell me. What did you dream about?
I don't remember. I'm not afraid of nightmares.
The warmth of his embrace draws my fingers to his collar. Zayne? I'll protect you. Zayne's arms stiffen for a moment before slowly holding me even tighter.
You will.
Oh. The next day, I sit in front of Zayne's computer and type, "Why do people have nightmares?" into the search bar.
While I am not a neurologist, I do know the answer to that question.
You have nightmares. I guess a healer can't heal himself.
Is that why you bought this tea?
Zayne takes a sip of the tea.
It's not bad.
It's because I made it.
And I added some sugar.
Of course he did.
Judging by the ingredients, it's just ordinary green tea. Polyphenols can't promote sleep. They can, however, refresh our spirit. This must be one of those items you bought online after seeing some ads.
I snort in response and skim through the webpage. They say nightmares are caused by stress, depression, and anxiety?
What's the best course of treatment?
This blogger suffers from chronic insomnia and nightmares. He says after trying many remedies, what worked best was placing some amethyst in the southeast of the bedroom.
I suppose anything can be passed off as good advice.
Well, how about this one? Experts say eating a lot of desserts and pastries can cause nightmares. Maybe you should try to quit
I'm a
eating
medical
sugar.
expert as well. I say it's not worth it.
Wait, it also says that to relieve anxiety, we should find ways to relax before falling asleep. I pause for a moment, considering my options, before I come up with an idea. Taking Zayne by the hand, I lead him into the bedroom. I'll show you the medication method my yoga teacher taught me. In resignation, Zayne leans down beside my bed. Give me your hand. Zayne holds my hand.
Now what? Are you going to hypnotize me?
Yes. Imagine lying on a nice beach with the waves washing up on the shore. White clouds are drifting across the sky, very slowly. I lean in close to Zayne and whisper into his ear, my hand covering his ears.
Every sleep app uses the sounds of ocean waves for hypnosis and meditation.
Well, your feedback has been received and will be forwarded to the developers. Imagine us seated at a beachside cafe, the sweet smell of freshly baked desserts and coconut milk wafting through the air. We can feel a cool breeze from the sea. Zayne's breathing becomes steady. I'm about to breathe a sigh of relief when I notice his brow furrowing again. I lean closer to him and try to calm him down. What's wrong? Are you having another nightmare? Relax, it's only a dream. I gently wrap my arm around him, his damp forehead pressing against my chest. I'm here. Zayne doesn't respond. His breathing is steady and he is falling asleep again. As the sun sets, he finally wakes up in my arms and opens his eyes.
So your hypnosis didn't seem to work on yourself.
Did you sleep well?
No. I dreamt about a horde of wanderers.
Huh? Why would you also dream about fighting monsters?
You were the one fighting off monsters in my dream.
Zayne lies on his side and presses his forehead gently against mine.
Perhaps it's because I heard a voice tell me. She will always be here. When I woke up, that girl was still holding my hand.
Guess I can be helpful sometimes.
You were the one who protected me in my dream.
He caresses my hand, his thoughts drifting off to who knows where.
So, #1 hunter in Lincoln City, would you like to try sleeping under my protection?
He gives me a gentle push, hugs me from behind, and covers my eyes with his hands.
You can sleep now. I'm here. I will always be here.
Oh, that one was adorable. I was expecting that one to be like more cute, but I didn't realize that we were gonna go trauma into cute. Jesus. Oh, the way he said I will always be here. My heart. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to just keep sending me the recommendations for the tender moments, because obviously you guys know which ones are the good ones and which ones are the rubbish ones. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this one. Hopefully I did the reading justice as always, and I'd like to think my reading's getting better, but yeah, you guys can just let me know. Right, on that note, next I'm gonna do Raphael, so see you in a bit.